Right, you guys make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure if you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Bro, man, with the guy Mike's inside, subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello and welcome back to another live, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you smash the likes and subscribing if you are new. And welcome back to the GVO show, people. Season 2, episode 14. And obviously, like the last international break, I thought I'd do this again. I wanted to do this again. It was actually quite last minute because I was going to do the. I had the idea, but I didn't know what version we were going to do. So I thought we would do another draft, people, because talking about current football can be a bit tiring, especially when there's no football on, and when you're trying to drag out a topic that it's a topic, but it's like I'm not going to be able to be talking about this for like time. So we're going to do what we did last time. We're going to do all-time flops of the Premier League draft, Premier League transfers, and we'll, if the first draft is short, we'll probably run another one. So we can get like a bit of a more of a stream, like an hour stream or whatever. But it might take us a bit of research to actually do this. So you never know what could happen. But Alfie, how you been, man? How you been?
Yeah, it feels good to be back on the show. I feel like we need ChatGPT to do a little jingle for this show. Like we need a little GVO show jingle, man. But yeah, back again doing another draft. Obviously, no football stuff to talk about that much, to be honest, because there's no Premier League football. But we're here again doing another draft. It's going to be a struggle because I was saying to Mike's backstage, I've been trying to do my research on transfer flops, and it's, for lack of a better word, flopped. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting draft, but we'll see what happens. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, like always, we're gonna run rock paper scissors on shoot. We'll reveal whoever wins gets to go first. Whoever loses decides the formation. So, Alfie, are you ready? Yep.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
No. Rock,
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Yes, I go first. What formation are we playing?
Do you know what? We'll keep it simple. We'll go 4-4-2.
4-4-2. Okay. I think that's actually the best formation for this. I'll be real. Because you don't actually have to think of too many specific positions for specific players as well. So, my first player, because it's the first one that came to my head when I thought of all-time flops. And this guy was like, when I was growing up, this guy, it was like the first transfer that like in my lifetime where everyone thought there's no way this guy fails. There's no way this guy fails at this club. It only made sense. The move made sense. But we didn't know until years later of why he became so washed at this club, because he had injury problems and people didn't realize at the time of, well, the people at his old club were like, how on earth did he pass a medical? I do not know. He did actually contribute at the end, but overall, for what they were getting, they were expecting much, much better. I'm going Fernando Torres at Chelsea.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. To be fair, I mean, I think Liverpool had already known by that stage that Torres was in the decline. He'd obviously. I was actually watching a video on it yesterday. About obviously what Torres was like before the World Cup. He had a massive knee injury. They said that he could do a surgery, but it'd mean he missed the World Cup. So he was like, you know what, just get rid of it. Do whatever you can to make sure I can play. Ended up playing in the final, got subbed off shortly after Iniesta scored the winner. But yeah, how long did it take him to get his first goal at Chelsea? Like what? We're talking like 12, 13 games? I know his first goal was against
like
West
that.
Ham.
Yeah, it was, unfortunately. It was, yes. A very poor West Ham team. The one that got relegated. Funny enough. So, yeah, it was a great. I watched a video. The reason why I actually think I remember it is because I'm watching a video on Ancelotti's Chelsea team about his relationship with Abramovich and stuff like that as well. You probably watched the same video,
Football
right?
Iconic.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched iconic videos. Is Scamacca in this list? He can get in this list, but if we like, basically it's a draft, so we just come up with whoever first in it. But like, there'll probably be bigger striker flops than Scamacca that we can think of, but he could make it. Like, by the way, I have to put this out there before Alfie goes. Like, they could be a flop for many reasons, whether it's the club, whether it's whatever. It's just that they're a flop. Like, Scamacca was a flop because of West Ham. not because he was a poor player or anything. Torres was a flop because he was playing with an injury, not because he was shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I've gone with Torres. But Alfie, it's your turn. You are your first pick.
I'm going to go with the midfield. I'm going to go with one of the centre mid positions. He obviously joined the team shortly after they'd won the league and was expected to be part of the midfield going forward for this team. And I'm going with Jack Rodwell from Everton to Man City. He was expected to be part of that midfield sort of dynamic where they had David Silva, had a couple of other players in there as well. But Jack Rodwell was meant to be one of the next guys coming through in that midfield. And it just didn't work out for him at City. And we all know what happened. Obviously went to Sunderland, refused to leave after being told that he wasn't wanted at the club anymore. We all saw the Sunderland Till I Die documentary. If you don't know, watch the Nostalgia Merchants episode because we talk a lot about that documentary in particular. But yeah, I'm going with Jack Rodwell in the midfield, his transfer to City.
No, that makes a lot of sense, too. That makes a lot of sense. Jack Rodwell wasn't what he was highly thought of at Everton as well. Pretty better wonder kid. And apparently he preferred to play golf. Funny enough. He actually wants to be a professional golfer. And he refused to leave Sunderland, wages and all of that as well. It's a bit of a mad guy. Shame it didn't work out for him. He didn't go back to Italy and become top scorer or something? Yeah, I think it was up there in Serie A top scorer Scamacca, but he was a big contribution. He went to Atalanta.
Oh, Atalanta.
He was very good with Lookman in that Europa League run as well. The reason why it didn't work out, Moyes doesn't know how to build around a striker that isn't called Mikel Antonio at West Ham because of stylistically sort of thing. Shout out Max and Alfie Mustafi was brutal. Could come up. He could come up. So one of us could pick him. This is very difficult now. Very, very difficult. By the way, we're not going to go with like fucking... I know what people are like. We're not going to go with like Wirtz and Gyökeres and all these people that have just joined their clubs.
It's too early.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not one of these people that calls off someone a flop in their first season or whatever. But I'm trying to go as high profile as possible as well. I'm actually going to complete my strikers. Because again, it was the first person that came to my head. Now, this club could probably have a lot of choices, to be honest with you. They are pretty much the kings of high-profile flops of, I'd say, the last 10 years, me personally, especially in the Premier League. This guy was a wonder kid, to say the least. He came from a club that actually birthed a lot of players that went on to do great things. And the problem with him, he never really settled on a position under a manager. He actually is a decent footballer, but he suffered with a lot of injuries, suffered in a lot of bad teams as well, and was recently cussed out on the rest of not the rest of football, the whatever Gary Neville's one is called. Anthony Martial, he had a Ballon d'Or clause in his contract as well. That man is a flop, to say the least. Not a bad player. Not a bad player at all. At all. By the way, guys, don't put players in. Don't put players in. Because we can pick these players. We can pick these players. So, but Anthony Martial has to be there. Has to. Like, I don't think he's a bad player. I don't think he should have played on the left either. I think in lockdown he was really good. But they never had like 2 seasons in a row where he fully settled. So that's why, again, I blame the club more than the player for this one, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think for all intents and purposes, I think Martial had a great start to his Manchester United career. I mean, it doesn't get any better than scoring on your debut against Liverpool. We all saw Martin Tyler's reaction to the goal. Scored the following game against Southampton as well. Felt like he was going to kick on and continue that run, but just never really found his feet in Manchester. Obviously, Ibra signed the summer after, lost his number 9, had to switch to the number 11, and continued to struggle to get back into the team, and just couldn't find his feet. But now he's in Athens, living life in Greece, banging goals. But just didn't work out for him at United.
I heard he went 007.
What, in Athens?
In this season, yeah. I only went
Oh,
007.
Jesus.
His career's gone down the drain, unfortunately. Who is your second pick?
I'm going to go with a striker as well. And I'm going with this striker simply because there was a lot of hype around him when he signed, especially from this club. They thought they were getting an absolute gem. Thought that this was going to be the guy to lead from the front as far as goals were concerned. But struggled with injuries, never really kicked on, and eventually lost his place. It is, of course, Roberto Soldado and his move to Tottenham in the summer of 2013. Obviously, they signed him before they got the Bale money, and he was amongst a lot of other signings in that transfer window. Started quite well. Obviously, got the goal against Crystal Palace on the opening day, and again, similar to the Martial situation, thought he was going to kick on, be that guy to score 20, 30 goals a season, but just struggled with injuries and ended up getting replaced by Harry Kane. So that is why I'm going with Soldado.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to try and not mention footballers that are being recommended in the chat. Diego Forlan was a baller that he was a poor fit for Manchester United. Glad he cooked in La Liga. Yeah, another one. That's another one. That was under Fergie as well. That it's quite rare that, well, not rare that Fergie got it wrong, but Fergie got some wrong. Either Barini or Aquilani should be on here. Scouts and Italians are mixing like bananas and lemonade. Deadly combination. I remember, funny, I know this is off topic, and I'm putting this off topic because I'm trying to think of a player as well. Bananas and lemonade. That was a challenge in like 2014, 15. People, it was Sprite and bananas, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Bananas and Sprite, bro. YouTubers were doing that and throwing up.
Yeah, I remember Deji doing it once.
Bro, of course, Deji did every one of those like trendy challenges back in the day. Every one of them.
I remember there was that one challenge he did where he got sent a pink and a green Kit Kat in the post, ate and thought, yeah, fine.
Oh, yeah.
And then his stomach started hurting. It was like, oh, God. Don't eat chocolate that comes in the mail. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, definitely not. Also, I remember with the salt and ice challenge, that was a stupid one. That was a stupid challenge. I don't know why that was a thing.
I remember Harry doing that, and it got taken down. Community guidelines took it down because it was classed as self-harm.
But this, well, I'm not surprised. I'm so not surprised. I'll be so honest. For some reason, I am already struggling. I do not know why, but I'll be so real. I don't know why. I thought of a player, but I don't. Okay. I'm going to say. Okay, I'm going to go this player. He's actually more. His legacy in football is a Twitter meme. His legacy is when someone tries moving to someone on Twitter, and the quote tweet is a highlight of him kicking the ball over the bar, skying it into Rosette. He goes by the name of Naby Keita.
Oh my God!
I think Naby Keita was a big flop because he was so injury prone. He was meaty, and that kick against Real Madrid alone for me is enough. But he came to my mind. I can't lie. I think he was a very meaty player. But was the green Kit Kat wasabi flavored? It might have been, I swear Deji loved wasabi.
He might have done,
I swear he loved wasabi. I could be wrong, but I swear he did. I don't know why I'm thinking like that, but I think he did. I'll be so honest. Who are you going with your third pick?
Now this is where it gets difficult for me because I don't necessarily think this guy was a flop. I just don't think he found time to settle at this club. Obviously came for a big amount of money, didn't ask to be bought for that amount of money, but just never really got used to the idea of being like a big marquee signing. And to be fair, I actually thought he did quite well. But unfortunately, the pressure kind of got to his head and he fell by the wayside. And that is, of course, Mr. Nicolas Pepe. 72 M's in the summer of 2019. I remember, because this was before me and you we met at college. I remember the talks for Pepe going to Arsenal. I kept seeing the highlight comps. I'm thinking, yes, we've signed a gem. this guy is going to be our next guy out on the wing. He's going to be the next creative man. He showed patches of greatness, showed what he could do. Most memorably, I think that goal against West Ham in that season at the London Stadium. But apart from that, just never really found his feet in North London, and he's now back at Villarreal, balling out over there. Just didn't work out for him in the Prem.
He's shagging an adult film star as well. I don't know her name. But yeah, I don't know her name, but I just know she's an adult film star. Oh, that's all I keep seeing. It's like, oh, Pepe scored today because she was in the crowd. That's all I keep seeing online. It's like, that's all I keep seeing. January is big for Moyes to bring in a striker. I think that Parrott guy suits Everton really well. That's a Moyes striker if I've ever seen one, to be fair. And I mean, Barry played well in their last game, so maybe they can get him to do well. But Moyes doesn't do well with strikers, especially settling them in or giving players, a good run or whatever. My next player, again, this team. Should we limit the team thing? Are we going 3 per team?
I mean, if you want to go 3 per team, we can. I'm just thinking of flops at this point.
Yeah.
It feels like if I can't find another one from another team, then I'll just have to make do. But
I think that just because I keep thinking of players from the same club, and I just don't think it'll be fair. So because I'm going with someone else as well. Yeah, he would be good though. Better is awful. You're right, but I'm going with another player from a club I've already picked. But this player is actually a current player. Somehow he's still there. I don't know why. Everyone keeps saying about this guy. On his day, he's this. On his day, is that. But I'm sorry. For the amount of years that he's been at that club, he has to be a flop. He's never had 2 good seasons in a row. I don't care about on his day he's the best in his position, because he shows it in glimpses all the time on the one odd game, and then people start chatting shit again. He's even been called fat by one of his managers. And as soon as I say fat, there's only one player you can think of. You go to Manchester United, you go left back, you go to Luke Shaw.
Oh, you bastard.
You were thinking of him, weren't you?
I was thinking of him, but luckily enough, I've got someone in reserve who I can go for at left back. But yeah, Luke Shaw, honestly,
terrible.
Was meant to be like the next big left back as far as England were concerned. I mean, technically he is the next big left back, but just not in that sense.
Yeah.
And it was ever since that, I think it was against PSV. It was ever since that game in the Champions League where he broke his leg that he's struggled with injuries ever since then. I don't think we've had a season where Luke Shaw's done a run of at least 5 games in a row without picking up an injury, whether that's in game or in training. Just hasn't worked out for him, and it's a shame because he is a quality left back on his day, but it is what it is.
The West Ham have been linked with Somalia, got a contract until the end of the season. Would you accept him as cover up front? No, brother. No, I wouldn't. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to maybe convince Arteta or some shit. I don't know.
Hold bench. Hold bench.
Who is your next pick?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go left back now, and I'm gonna go with the guy that I went with as backup simply because otherwise I'll just forget. Was meant to be like the next big left back for this team. Was meant to be like the heir to the guy that in the position that he was replacing. Never really worked out for him at this club. It is, of course, Baba Rahman.
Oh my days. Oh my God. Oh my
Baba
God.
Rahman to Chelsea in the summer of 2015. They spent £21.7 million to sign him from Augsburg. Was meant to be the heir to Ashley Cole and flopped, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, he was not an heir to Ashley Cole. He was just heir.
Yeah, he was heir.
Yeah, like this guy ended up at Reading. Like, it was so random. I think, by the way, West Ham played against him in the friendly a couple of years ago for Reading under Paul Ince as manager, bruv. Like, I don't understand. I do not understand, brother. I don't understand. I'm so... Baba Rahman, man. Chelsea had a lot of them players that were just there for way too long. Way too long. I'll be real. But speaking of Chelsea fullbacks, I'm going to go to the other side because you just reminded me of this guy by just saying Baba Rahman. I was just thinking of like random players Chelsea had back in the day. And I never knew what this guy was good at. Never knew what this guy was good at when I watched him, but he was just there for vibes. I think he was part of a bad transfer window. He joined after Chelsea won the league under Conte. Zabacosta.
Yeah, Davide Zappacosta. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I forgot about my man. I don't know. He had like the odd cross. I think he actually scored a cross. But
Yeah,
once.
he scored a cross in the Champions League, didn't he?
Yeah, bruv. I don't know what Zappacosta was good at. I'll be so real.
I don't even think Zappacosta knows what Zappacosta was good at.
Yeah.
And that's how you know you're in the wrong sport.
Yeah, that is also true. That is. I gotta stop picking players for the same club, but yeah, it is what it is. By the way, I hope you're keeping track of your team because I ain't kept track of your team. I'll be so honest.
Right now, I've got Soldado, Rodwell, Pepe, and Baba Rahman.
Oh,
Those are my four. And I'm going to complete the strikers. Now it was between two for me. Both of them obviously were playing in the Premier League before I started watching football properly. Obviously, was in and around the early 2000s. Yes, I did see them on Premier League years before you do say, Mike's. But it was definitely between two. And it is another player who signed for a top club from Everton. He was labelled as the fox in the box. It is, of course, Mr. Francis Jeffers. Only made one appearance for England. Was meant to be like the backup to Henry at Arsenal, and it just never worked out for my man. It didn't. Like those performances at Everton were the biggest like got your bitch moment in terms of transfer history. Like honestly, what was Francis Jeffers doing?
You went to the archives. Fucking no, man, like Francis Jeffers, you know. I feel like he was the most nothing striker. Like from what I heard, innit?
Yeah.
From what I heard, he felt like the most nothing striker. And to be fair, like Everton are another one of them teams where outside of the big six, West Ham and Everton probably had the worst collection of strikers. In terms of like flops, in terms of how many times they got it wrong in the Premier League era. So that's a good one.
We signed him for 10 million. He scored 4 league goals in 3 years and then was sold back to Everton for a fraction of the fee that we bought him for.
Oh, Baba Rahman, elite knowledge. Abdul Baba Rahman is a G, proper FIFA player. 86 acceleration back in the day. Like, he was good on FIFA. He was good on FIFA. Yeah, Everton, he looked like a player, legit fraud. Yep. Even Decker proves. Speaking of Everton, I'm going to go with a different era of Everton. I don't know what the fuck Everton were doing in this era.
I think this is what you're going for.
This is my first non-Big Six player. Everton under Ronald Koeman.
Yeah, I know who you're going for.
Signed 3 number 10s for no reason. One of them was an old person who was balding. One of them was a pedophile. And the other one was Davy Klaassen.
Man like Davy Klaassen, you know.
Klaassen, like, I don't know why Everton signed 3 number 10s. I don't know. I don't know why they signed 3 number 10s. Their transfer window made no sense. They nearly got relegated and had to hire Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, they nearly got relegated, got knocked out of the Europa League in the groups, brought back Wayne Rooney on a free.
Mm-hmm. He scored a halfway line goal against us again.
Hat-trick, wasn't it?
Something like that. He always scored against us. Always scored against us. Fucking dickhead.
And most famously for Man United, where he swore at the camera.
Yeah, I remember watching that in like a pub next to Power League with my dad. Like, big out AK every single time. Muric had to forget about the former Dingle. Oh yeah, Muric just another one. Everton was a solid team back in the day. They had Jagielka, Lukaku, Tim Cahill, Tim Howard. Yeah, they had a lot of like streets won't forget footballers or like Barclays players. Who are you picking next?
I'm going to go with the goalkeeper.
Mm.
And the only reason I'm going with this guy is because it's based off of one performance and one performance alone. It was the one performance where I thought I never want to see this guy in goal, not just for my team, but in general, ever again.
Mm.
You may be familiar with the name Alex Runarsson.
Oh my God.
That one performance against Man City is ingrained in my head until the end of time. This guy was shit. So shit. And AJ knows exactly what I'm talking about because I'm sure he watched the game as well.
Yeah.
What was bro thinking? I think there was that one cross that came into the box. He's tried catching it and it slipped through his gloves and in the back of the net. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, we sold Martinez to Villa for this.
Hey, that might be top 3 worst goalkeepers I've seen play for a Premier League club. I can't lie. He's top 3. He's definitely top 3. And that's for goes for any Premier League club, by the way, not just Big Six teams or anything. Any Premier like that. He's genuinely such a horrific keeper. I don't know what he's doing now, but fuck him. Like, I was so confused when I was watching that game. But the reason why I said top 3 are not the worst is because I'm going with a goalkeeper as well, and I'm going with the worst player to ever play for West Ham United, or second player. This guy pissed me off. He punched the ball, failed to punch the ball against Burnley.
Yeah.
If this guy was a slag, he would have been ran through by 3 different town centres. 3 different towns. He would have been ran through at all age groups of his life. He goes by the name of Roberto Jimenez. And you knew I was going to pick him. You knew I was picking him.
I knew.
There's a lot of West Ham ones.
As soon as you said the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen at West Ham, I knew you were going Roberto.
Bro, this guy is top 3 worst players to play for West Ham in my lifetime.
Honestly.
It's such a horrific player, man. Such an awful player. I'm struggling with certain positions, I cannot lie, but that is my first West Ham player. Whenever I'm struggling, I can probably just go to West Ham and just think of one. That's probably why we're going to run 2 of these, to be honest.
Well, the next position I'm going to go with, obviously I've done the right-hand side of midfield. I'm going to go with the left-hand side because as far as I know, he could play there.
Mm.
And to be honest, he didn't even think he was going to the club that he actually ended up at. Back in the summer of 2008, on deadline day, Manchester City signed Robinho from Real Madrid.
Oh my God.
I swear he thought he was going to United or Chelsea.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think he thought he was going United, yeah. He's heard Manchester. I thought he was going
United. He heard Manchester and thought, sick, I'm going United, blessed. Nah, you're playing in the blue.
He's like, nah, I'm swear to see away kit. He probably was thinking he's probably thinking that, bruv. Fuck's sake. Yeah,
and they signed him for a lot of money as well.
They did.
At the time, 32.5 mil was a lot of dough.
They were really trying to entice people to go to City then and try and put a stamp on things quick. What a fucking terrible signing. My man had a straight free kick at him and put it in the roof of his own net. To be fair, it was top bins, so can you hate him really? That was an absolute blunder by Runnison Alfie. It was, yeah, I remember that game. Body blue is the Roberto of hose first. Yep, facts. For me, it has to be Nolito, Mangala, and Pantilimon for my club. Fair. I would have said Nolito.
You know? I didn't even think of Pantilimon.
Yeah, Joe, I didn't. Was Pantilimon that bad? Yeah, I don't remember him being terrible.
No, I mean, I think he was that bad. He made a YouTube channel under the name Miniminter, but
for fuck's sake. Yeah, he actually does look like Simon, though.
He does. He does.
Here's an underrated one you'll like. You'll not like Mike's Jordan Hugo. I've got a fun fact about this year. Bro, I went to a West Ham game 2 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
I've been sitting in the same seat since 2021. Bro, it was a Europa League game, yeah? I'm there early for the warm-ups. I'm there early because it gets crowded in a Europa League game. Very quick. I look down, once watching warm-ups, I see someone has had Hugo 12 at the back of their shirt. In the 17-18 kit when we signed Jordan Hugo. So someone genuinely bought a West Ham shirt with Jordan Hugo on the back of their shirt and has kept it and still wears it out to this day. Someone was wearing a Jordan Hugo shirt. I couldn't believe my eyes. I think I took a picture of it, but I deleted it. Like, I don't remember why they had that. But that baffled me a lot. I think he barely played for us as well. And I think the only reason why we signed him was because of his agent. Randerson was so dog shit, he made Almunia look good and he was rubbish. Almunia played for West Ham as well. Like, funny enough.
You've had a lot of our goalkeepers, haven't you? Almunia.
Yeah,
Fabianski.
Yeah, I swear we've had another one. I don't.
You might have had Manone at one point.
No, we never had Manone.
He went Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah. Who was that dad Red that who was bought or someone else pretended to be George Weah? He was awful, but I know who you're talking. Is it Ali Dia? It was Ali Dia. It was Ali Dia.
He said he was George Weah's cousin.
Yeah, well, Graham Souness was baffled, fam.
Graham Souness was baffled, yet still managed to let him play 52 minutes of a Premier League game.
Crazy.
And he has the cheek to diss Paul Pogba. Nah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Mini Minter in goal. Yep, facts. He was average. He cost us a few games. Good thing Robinho didn't join the red side of Manchester. His career would have been over. Hey, maybe he could have got one title, but that was it. Yeah, that's true. But he's in prison now, so.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm struggling for right backs, you know.
I'm struggling for some reason. I'm struggling for wingers and centre. By the way, don't put suggestions in the comments because we're probably not going to pick them.
I've still got 2 centre backs, a right back, and a centre midfielder to pick.
I've got 2 wingers and 2 centre backs.
Yeah, I think centre backs is going to be an issue because there's never really many like flop centre backs, you know.
I've just thought of a great one.
Are you locking him in now?
I'm locking him in. Left wing. This guy made the wrong move. Simple as that. Well, I don't know whether he had a choice because the other club that was interested, I don't think they wanted to pay the full money in January. He thought he was doing the same transfer as someone else, but someone else made the same exact transfer from club to club and actually won something. This guy followed suit and was going to a washed version of this side. I am looking in my last Manchester United pick. This guy was playing the piano as his transfer reveal video. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The guy who shags his dogs, Alexis Sanchez.
I miss Alexis, man. I miss Alexis. No. Alexis at Arsenal. Alexis at Arsenal was different gravy, man. Honestly, him and Ozil. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? How is it? I said this to you guys the other day. How the fuck did we have Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil in our team and all we could win was 2 FA Cups? It's barbaric, bro. It's barbaric.
Yeah, that's disgraceful. I can't lie. That is disgraceful. He was such a bad player at Man United. He walked into the training and wanted to leave straight away. He wanted his contract ripped up. That's what he said to his agent. That's when you know it was bad, and you could tell he was out of it. And I don't think Alexis liked, playing basically left wing back under fucking Mourinho. So, yeah.
Still scored a goal against us in the FA Cup, though.
Alexis, that was one of the most disappointing transfers ever as well. Can't lie.
Like you knew, we were all like us as Arsenal fans. We all knew that it was going to be a case of either Sanchez was going to go in the summer or he was going to go in January. We knew he wasn't staying for the full season. We knew he wanted to leave. We knew after the FA Cup he was going. And I said, you know what? If he wins us the FA Cup, I'll happily clap him off and say goodbye and wish him the best elsewhere. Managed to get him to stay for another 6 months. Thought he was going to City and then ended up at United. And we got Mkhitaryan in return. So who got the worst end of the deal? Because Mkhitaryan weren't that great at Arsenal either.
I was thinking him as well. But, yeah, maybe I can, yeah. Like, Squillaci, Kabak, yeah, these are bad centre-backs. I was thinking Kabak earlier. Hugo got Yorkshire, Georgia Mendes in his back pocket. when he running stream of prime. My right back would be Ben Davies when he was initially Trent standing. Oh, bro, when they signed Davies and Kabak, panic. It's dumb. Alexa were heavily linked with us. He would have cooked. Pep wanted him. He would have cooked with Man City, especially Sane Sterling competition. That would have been crazy. Can't lie. Who are you picking next, bro?
I'm gonna go with another Arsenal player, but that's only because like I'm struggling, especially in this position. Again, I didn't understand why we signed this guy. It was like we were coming towards the end of his career. He had like 18 months to 2 years max left as a professional footballer. Yet we still managed to sign him and we kept him for a season. It was one of the first signings that we actually had under Unai Emery. And it's Stefan Lichtsteiner.
Oh my days, I forgot he went to use. Like
He
36
actually...
or some shit.
Huh?
Was he like 36?
Yeah, he was like 36, 37 when we signed him. Meant to be the backup to Bellerin.
What kind of right back choices is that? Bellerin and Lichtsteiner.
Left back weren't much better, bro. We had Monreal and Kolasinac.
The Monreal was done by then as well.
Yeah.
It was done. Like, what kind of fullback option was that? Come on, man. Lichtsteiner. I forgot he played for Arsenal. I forgot. Arsenal was so random in like 2017 to 2019 days, which is so random.
Let's actually find out how long he was at Arsenal for, because I'm pretty sure it was at least 18 months.
It must have been. It must have been. God, that was fucking awful. Awful. Like,
oh, it wasn't even 18 months. He was there for a year.
That makes
he was at Arsenal for a year.
That makes a lot of sense. Because I don't want to go with a current player, I've been trying to think of like other teams that have had flop centre backs. I forgot about this guy. He was just incredibly slow, incredibly shit for his team. I haven't actually picked anyone from this team yet, so I'm very glad that I've got to pick someone different. Argentinian centre back, Federico Fazio.
Oh, what, to Spurs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Fazio.
Terrible signing. Terrible signing.
Terrible signing. Very, very bad signing.
Just an awful player. Awful fucking player. I don't know. I just don't understand. I just don't understand that. I just don't understand that signing whatsoever. But I was struggling for centre backs, I can't lie, so I need to think of another one. But yeah, Federico Fazio is my first.
I've thought of one centre back, and again, it was another player that was meant to be like the successor to what they already had in the centre back position, but it just never really worked out for him. Signed for a decent amount of money as well, and a lot of people thought he was going to kick on and actually perform on at this team. And it's another Manchester City signing, Eliakim Mangala.
Yeah, AK said mention Mangala. Yeah, Mangala was shit.
£42 million from Porto.
Wait, he was 42 million? I didn't know that. Fucking hell, I didn't know it was that much. I thought it was like 20 something. Fucking hell.
£42 million, and after multiple loan spells, they let him go on a free in 2019.
I didn't know he just left in 2019. I remember he went on loan to Everton randomly.
Yeah.
That's another random Everton signing. Everton had a lot of them. A lot. Fucking hell. Imagine Mangala. Joe has to be one of the worst signings. He was a one season wonder. Yeah, Joe was random. Joe was called Joe. You can't be called Joe. And it's just J-O. Like, what is that name? Liechtenstein, Bellerin, Carl Jenkinson, that right hand side was AIDS. Fazio versus Aguero was one of the worst matchups I've ever seen. Yep. Nakata. Nakata as well. Fucking hell. Like,
it was
random.
That with the Mangala signing though, City just couldn't get it right when it came to defenders. They just couldn't get it right because the season after they signed Mangala, they then brought in Otamendi.
He was he did it all right.
He was actually okay as a centre back at Man City, but it was
Just wasn't a level, was it?
It was just like it made them signing Otamendi the season after signing Mangala made the Mangala transfer make less and less sense as the seasons went on.
Yeah. No, you're spot on. I did not. That spun my head that Mangala cost 40 odd million. That, yeah, I don't know.
The thing with these football clubs, man, more money than sense.
Yeah, yeah. When you got too much money, it's what you do, man. It's what you do. Even out and just snort cocaine. My next signing, fucking hell. My next flop is gonna be another non-Big Six player. Now, the reason why I've gone with this guy, and as much as he was a free signing, um, this guy was begging for a big move, like begging. He was begging for a big move. Even down tools at the club that gave him the opportunity to make a name for himself. But he went to an awful version of this team. But when this team ended up getting money and getting good, he couldn't even fill in as a squad player. He couldn't replicate his 2016 to 2018 sort of years. And he really foamed it in the 1920 season. Or the 18-19 season, whatever it was. His last season at Bournemouth. Going to Newcastle. I'm going to go Ryan Fraser.
I remember Ryan Fraser on FIFA 15. He had an elite amount of pace.
He had bare pace. Bare pace. Right, he was horrible at Newcastle. Terrible player. Like, not terrible player, but like, what was that move?
He thought he was getting them. He thought he was getting the Matt Ritchie treatment.
Yeah, and Matt Ritchie, at least he owned up to being a squad player. Like, he became a left back in the end. Don't know how. He became a left back sort of thing. But even Ryan Fraser, he was there for too long in the end. So Days Aguero made light work of Fazio. He was a general alongside company Otamendi. Otamendi's Amoleto Aguero is a real Argentinian connection. Yeah, he had an Argentinian core at some point. He did. Who you go with your penultimate player?
I'm going to round up the centre-backs, but I need to make sure I'm pronouncing this guy's name right, because I do not want to butcher this. Like, he butchered his time at this club. Like, I think he, like, just constantly getting red cards. I remember him getting a red card in... It was the Merseyside derby that you got a red card. This guy, honestly... What the fuck Liverpool were thinking signing this guy, but I am going to go with, and I do apologise if I butcher this name, Sotirios Kyriakos.
Oh my God, Kyriakos. Oh my God. That's a throwback. That is a throwback for him.
Bought in the summer of 2009.
Yeah, I remember Kyriakos. He had weird hair, fam. Very weird hair. Sanjay Clichy, especially Nasri, were the best signings ever made.
They all came from Arsenal, bruv. Of course they were the best signings, man. Every player that leaves Arsenal goes on to do great things. Unless, of course, their name is Sanchez.
They might just jacked your players, man. Like, they might got proper power move over you, man.
No, you know what pissed me off more? The fact that they won the league on the final day and Djibril Cissé is celebrating with Sami and Nasri, despite the fact QPR had only just survived relegation.
QPR could have had their own video of their own. I'll be so honest. I'm going to round up. I'm also going to go for, funny enough, a former Liverpool centre-back. But this one is more recent. People forget about him because he was kind of in a transition team under Klopp. But he was replaced for a great reason. He could never, ever be a starter to win the league and Champions League with this team. Klavan.
I was about to say Ragnar Klavan.
Ragnar Klavan, bro. That's the slowest centre-back partnership ever. Fazio and Klavan. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't fare much better. Mangala's got a bit of pace, but he's got Kyriakos next to him, so it's like, you know.
Kyriakos, so slow. So slow. Who you go last pick?
My last pick's a centre midfielder. Damn. I'm trying to think of, like, you know what? I am going to go with this one. I was going to go with another one, but I am going to go with this one simply because there was a lot of hype around his signing. And there was even more hype when Manchester United managed to sign Ten Hag as their manager. They thought this guy was going to actually start clicking in the midfield for United. Back in 2020, for £35 million, Manchester United signed Donny van der Beek from Ajax. This guy was meant to be the next Van Basten, the next Ruud Gullit, the next Frank Rijkaard, and it just didn't work for him. And now he's at Girona. Actually went to Girona for only 500k as well. Like how the from a signing of £35 million to being sold in 2024 for 500k. What a fall from grace. What a fall from grace.
Oh, fuck's sake, man. That was he was terrible, man. He was like, but nobody was terrible. It was a terrible signing because they just didn't fucking play him. I don't think Ollie wanted him. So they just didn't play him. So dumb. Such a dumb signing. QPR wanted us to win after all. Big up Gibral for real. They didn't want United farming to leave. Shout out to QPR. Jesus, I thought Mike's was going to pick Steven Coulter. I could have, to be fair. Maybe for the next one.
Would have been a shout.
It would have been, yeah. Steven Coulter, I forgot. You forget he played for Liverpool. He played for England and fucking moved to Sierra Leone. Like, big up to him. Sentiment, I got one. Calvin Phillips. Yeah, Calvin Phillips would have been a shout as well. But for the first part of this draft, because we're going to run another one. But first part, I'm going to read my team out. Roberto in goal. Back four, Zaba Costa, Federico Fazio, Ragnar Klavan, Luke Shaw at left back. My midfield, Ryan Fraser, Naby Keita, Davy Klaassen, and Alexis Sanchez. Up front, Fernando Torres and Anthony Martial.
I actually think your team's better than mine.
That team is just funny. I can't lie, that team's just funny. Like that team's just so weird. It's so wonderfully weird. I don't even know what, but it's a definition of flops.
Yeah.
Definition, in my opinion. What's your team?
In goal, we have Alex Runarsson. We have a back four of Baba Rahman, Eliakim Mangala, Kyriakos, and Stefan Lichtsteiner. A midfield four of Robinho, Jack Rodwell, Donny van der Beek, and Nicola Pepe. And the strikers, Francis Jeffers and Roberto Soldado.
Hey, that team is funny. That team is funny. I don't know which team you guys think is better, but that team is funny.
Technically, you could interchange mine because Van der Beek could play as a 10. So you could have Rodwell playing the holding role. You could play a diamond in midfield.
if you want to.
But the spine is just shocking.
Oh, it's so shocking. To be fair, my midfield's on bad, bro. Man's a Klaassen and Keita, bro. Oh, that's getting run through like a whore. But, honestly, those teams are fucking awful. Alfie's team was to get some bagging points in Scrabble.
Yeah, how many points did Kyriakos get?
Kyriakos get bare points. All right, we're gonna run that again. Oh, it's gonna be a struggle this time. Yeah, because we can't pick players we've already picked, obviously. And I'm trying not to pick players that you might have suggested in a chat. You might have kind of cock blocking us, I'll be real. But rock, paper, scissors. See who goes first in formation. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck's sake.
Rock,
paper,
scissors,
shoot. Hey, we knew. I low-key knew you were going scissors.
We're in sync.
All right, we've done it 3 times, man. All right.
Surely not a 4th.
All right.
Rock,
paper, scissors,
shoot.
Oh, okay. You get to go first. All right. Let's change the formation up. I'm going 4-3-3.
Okay.
I don't know why I said 4-3-3 because I might struggle for midfielders, but yeah, you get to go first.
Well, I'm gonna get the one position that I already know I'm gonna struggle with, and that is, of course, at right back. Another Liverpool signing in the summer of 2009. I think around this point, They were struggling with right back options. I think they had Dosena at max as a right back option. They needed to bring someone in. So they decided to spend £17.5 million on Mr. Glenn Johnson from Portsmouth.
It was distinctly average, very
Yeah.
distinctly average, to say the least. Distinctly average, to say the least. I can't even lie. I mean, Glenn Johnson had a lot of hype when he was at West Ham. Obviously, then went to Chelsea. Liverpool just never really got to settle in his career. Glenn Johnson, very interesting career, but never really got to settle. There's a lot of players, by the way, that have played for all of West Ham, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Random, but there's a lot of players that have, like, just in general. Some of them could be in this list. I'm gonna go with a player that was like I really need to stop going recent, but most of my players have been recent. But I'm going with a big name. Man said Elzar, bigger Elzar. If you're picking shit teams, why did you pick shit managers for
Man
these teams?
said Nabil Elzar.
Yeah, Elzar. I like Elzar, fam.
Fucking hell, what a throwback that name is.
Connor's got the niche knowledge. But
Yeah,
this is the
shout out
thing,
Connor.
Somali. This is the thing, AJ. I was about to call you Somali Yang. We are the managers. We are the managers. That's why we don't pick managers. But if I was to pick a manager, it'd probably be anyone that's ever managed West Ham. But my first pick played. I'm not gonna say he played for yet, but it's a recent transfer. I thought this guy, delusional from me. I thought this guy was going to win this team the league. This guy lasted a year. Ended up going back to his old club after saying in an interview that he wanted to play for his old club again because of his relationship with his old striker. And he was a big money signing. Big money signing. There's a lot of politics into this signing. His biggest highlight was being part of the last Chelsea team to beat Arsenal.
On these mean streets.
And rapping like Jay-Z, faking his accent, shagging Megan Thee Stallion for a week, and then making weird Instagram stories about Shorty looking fine over there in a basketball match, scoring a goal that shouldn't have been ruled out offside in Liverpool the Carabao Cup. Romelu Lukaku. Specifically for Chelsea, because I could have gone Man United as well. But
yeah, you could have gone Man United.
Yeah, I could have gone Man United, but I'm going to go to the Chelsea one because the Chelsea one felt worse. Because he didn't score as many goals, of course.
He started really well as well. He obviously scored in the last game that we actually lost against Chelsea. Thought he was going to be one of those, like you said, you thought he was going to be the signing that was going to win Chelsea and Tuchel the league. Obviously, coming into that season off the back of winning the Champions League, thought they were going to really kick on. All they needed was a marquee marksman to get them there. Lukaku was meant to be that marksman, and it never really worked out back in West London for Romelu. Wanted to leave, but obviously we all saw the interview, and then ended up swiftly going back to Milan.
Lukaku, you can't go out in an interview and be talking about your former club. Imagine, like, you're in a relationship, but you're talking to your friends about your ex, missing the old times. Like, it's like, you miss your old times for your ex? You're in a relationship, fam. And, like, it's like, get the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. God damn. Like, Lukaku, man. Dumb guy. Mike's team managed by Avon Grant. That's dark. Mike Stewart Pearce would do well for you. He can be my assistant. Wait, Lukaku was with Meg. His career got shot down at Chelsea. Like, fucking no. Jesus Christ. That's a Tory Lanes to his career, fam. Jesus. Fucking hell. Hey, bro. I'm convinced Megan Thee Stallion only broke up with him because he lost that Champions League. Bro, he's had one of the worst cameos as well I've ever seen in my life. He came on, I think it was against Morocco in the last World Cup, where he came on and missed like 3 sitters. That was one of the worst appearances I've ever seen at top level of football. Genuinely fucking performance.
Wasn't it the Champions League final against City where someone actually headed the ball into him?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Ibrahimovic was kicking for United one season. He decided to go to PSG and tore his contract with United. Ibrahimovic didn't go to PSG after United, did he?
No, he went to LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy, yeah. Until he decided to go to PSG. No, fair enough. Lukaku, fucking hell, his career in the Champions League final, yeah. It was a bit mad still.
Yeah.
It's a bit mad still. But who you got your second pick?
I'm going to go with left back. And I mentioned this guy in the last team simply because I was listing off the left back options we had at Arsenal at the time. And it is, of course, Mr. Sead Kolasinac. I know we didn't waste any money on him because we signed him for a free, but his Community Shield appearance against Chelsea was the biggest, it was the biggest, like I said in the last one, it was one of the biggest got your bitch moments in terms of Arsenal transfers. Like, we thought we got a bargain here. Signed this player for a free. Look at the size of him. He's wham. Couldn't have been anything further from the truth. This guy was. It's just difficult to describe what Sead Kolasinac was at Arsenal. But one of the words I can say that you cannot describe him with was he good? He wasn't good. He was average at best, and that's me being like nice. So yeah, Kolasinac at left back. I could have easily gone with someone else, but I think Kolasinac probably the best option.
I'm gonna go to your club as well. I'm also going fullback as well. I'm gonna have to run this by you to hopefully you can confirm whether you think this is a flop or not. But I thought this guy was gonna be good for you. I'm pretty sure he went from Newcastle to you guys. I didn't think he was all that, me personally, because when Hector Bellerin came in, I'm pretty sure he took his place for a bit. Matteo Debuchy?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about Debuchy.
Was he a flop? Yeah.
He weren't good.
So I'll take that as a yes.
I'll happily say yeah. I'll happily say yeah. He was a flop. Like, what the fuck were we thinking signing Matteo Debuchy? Out of all the right backs that you could have gone for, you went with Debuchy. This was the time like you knew that Wenger was done. Like when you're saying, oh yeah, we're signing Debuchy, he's going to be a good signing. Yeah, you're tapped.
Well, AJ said Debuchy was decent, so this has been up in the air. Yeah, guys, was Debuchy a flop? Let me know, please. Let me know. Calvin
AJ,
Bassey
what are you smoking?
Bassey, Simon, and Ajayi. You're in the same bracket as middle name and Jehovah's Witness to me. If I ever catch you in real life, I'm just gonna smile. Fucking hell. Probably still pissed about Nigeria. Yesterday, my blood was boiling. Now I want to just hurl abuse. I'm going to invent the abusive slurs for Wednesday. Yeah.
Shout out Congo.
Big up Wan-Bissaka.
Shout out Chancellor Mbemba, bruv.
Yeah, the fake age man himself. Goddamn, probably still pissed at Nigeria, to be fair. I would be too if I had Nigerian ancestry. Bro, Connor, can we get a drawing of Prime being pissed at Nigeria, please? Can we get a drawing, please?
No, can we get a split one? Can we do Prime after Ireland beat Hungary versus Prime after Nigeria lose to Congo? That's what, Connor, we need that.
Yeah, he went to LA Galaxy after United. Okay, yeah, he did. Lukaku with the Stallion, not gonna lie. I don't think that was a real relationship looking back. It reminded me of Sandro, Sweetie, Madueke, and Ruby Rose. # client settings. Hey, maybe. But I'm keeping Debuchy. I can't lie. That can be arranged. Okay, Connor, I'm looking forward to that drawing. Thank you very much. I'm looking for. I somewhat disagree, Alfie, but Fez.
I mean, I thought he was shit just because he was in a team that won an FA Cup. That doesn't pull the wool over my eyes, man. He was dog. He was dog.
Fair enough. All right, who you go? Your third pick.
I'm going for my only striker. And I could have gone with him instead of Francis Jeffers in the last team. It was between him and this guy and Francis Jeffers. Was meant to be, the next marksman as far as his club were concerned, but he had a certain affinity to a certain white powder that meant he couldn't continue his career at Chelsea and had his contract ripped up. You guys know who I'm talking about. It is, of course, Adrian Mutu.
Fucking Adrian Mutu, bruv. I forgot about this guy, the fucking coke fiend. Oh, my days. Man like Mutu, bruv. Proper crackhead. Shout out Congo, fuck off, Alfie. Is Delafeu in that list, Mikes? What, for Everton or what? He did well at both.
He did well at both.
He did well at both. Matteo Debussy, come on now, dog. Come on, man. But man, like Boosie badass, bro. Boosie badass. Hey, when Northside said that Jay looked like Boosie, that killed me, fam. Oh my god. Come on now, dog. Come on, mate. That's one of my favorite reactions, bro. My Nigerian rant aside, how many drafts have you lot done? This is our second. No, we're on our second. We're just starting our second. I swear Melon and Mewtwo have the same dealer. Chelsea,
Mutu is Melon's dealer, bruv.
Yeah, low key. Mewtwo listens to Pusha T and Freddie Gibbs only, moving that cocaine music. Like, that's the only one he listened to. I just thought of, like, I said Naby Keita in a previous draft. This player, another centre mid, Big Six club, signed, I think, similar time. I think he's had a year after for this club. He's one of the players where he's really talented on the ball, but he's just not athletic at all. But it's just the way he dribbles. He's fun. He's a fun player to watch when he's on his day, but his day didn't come about often. He actually went back on loan to his club that he transferred from. Mourinho needed to take him for extra training sessions because he really wanted to get the best out of him. It pretty much one of the forefronts in Tottenham's All or Nothing documentary. Tanguy and Ndombele.
Fucking hell. I remember expressions.
Yeah.
I remember expressions going on Sky Sports and calling this guy ready to tango end on bad boy.
Bro, that's a sick name.
That's a bar. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a sick name. I can't even lie. But just in general, like, he's a good footballer, but like, nah, man, nah. Can't lie. Big flop. Who's your next pick?
I don't even think I can choose that guy because I don't even know what foot he is. So I don't know, because I was probably going to use him as a winger, but I don't know what foot he is. So it's like, what wing do I put him on? Probably belongs on the wing after his performances for this club, but I'm not going to go with him. I'm going to go midfield. I'm going to go, because with the 4-3-3, I'm going to go with one holding midfielder and two just ahead of them. One me being more creative than the other. But I'm going with the holding midfielder first. And again, it was another transfer by Chelsea in the summer of 2017. The same summer they signed Zappacosta and a couple of other players.
Oh, yeah.
But this one, Timue Bakayoko.
Oh, do you know what? You could have, look, when you said midfielder, yeah, like, there's a few.
Yeah, there is a few.
Bro, yeah, Bakayoko. Birth
M's.
He birthed one of the best rants on YouTube from Lewis himself. One of the worst individual performances I've ever seen in the Premier League in that Watford game.
None of you fucking took him on.
Bro, Bakayoko was horrific. He reminded me a lot of a player I will pick later. Oh my god. Horrific player. Horrific. I don't know. He didn't last a year, I don't think. I think he went on loan afterwards.
Yeah, he went on like a couple of loans and then eventually joined Lorient in 2023.
What a failure. You're part of that Monaco team and everything. Me too. Robbie Fowler must be great white line friends. Yeah, that front two.
That is a good front too.
Yeah, for the dealer.
Big up Merrick.
Big up to Merrick. Big up to Merrick. Danny Rose got to be up there. What, for Newcastle? Because he was good at Tottenham. He's good at Tottenham. Endon Beerbelly. Yeah. I just call Endon Bele Tanguy Toms.
Tangy Toms, bruv. Connor, that's elite.
Endon Bele had like the most easy slandered name in my opinion. It'd be like Endon Battyman or some shit. Like it'll be some random shit like that. How's it going? It's going good, Merrick. It's going good, Merrick. Hope you're doing well. Hold that lad in mush. We went to that talented Monaco team and literally got the worst player from that team.
Yeah, you managed to sign Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe, Bernardo Silva. There was another player from that team that I might as well just say now because I'm going to struggle with that position in the future. I don't think he was a good player at Man City, me personally. He actually ended up having a weird case that he ended up beating.
You fucking prick. It doesn't even matter because I picked my left back position, but I know who you're going with.
Yeah. And he ended up trying to sue his club for compensation. I don't know how that's going to go because of the Saudi owners. Benjamin Mendy. Hey, you have one dance move. I just clocked. You always do this in him. You always do that in him. Do you remember Big Ass Striker? You remember that clip, fam? You do the same dance, fam. Endon Battyman is crazy. Someone said it in it, not me. Yeah, back again.
You agree with that person as well, innit?
Maybe. Benjamin Mendy, you say? No, but bro, Benjamin Mendy was a flop. Let's be real. He got replaced for a reason. I've got with French fullbacks. I've got more defenders than usual this time because I feel like I know who I can pick in my front three based on who might get picked. So, yeah. Who are you going with next?
I'm going off the right wing. Was meant like this guy. I remember the hype that was going around when this guy signed for this club. Was told that he wasn't wanted anymore at his former club, despite putting in a man of a match performance in the previous season's Champions League final. Went on to be given the iconic number 7 at this club. And to be fair, actually started okay at this club. And it looked as if he was going to be there for quite a while until he got his house robbed. It is, of course, Angel Di Maria.
That's a banging pick. How did I forget him? And it was because of Van Gaal, for me, why he flopped. Like, I don't think Van Gaal's a bad manager, but Van Gaal tried to make it too specific. Like,
how much did he fucking sign for? I know it was a lot.
So ridiculous. He had one of his best seasons of his career before he moved to Man United as well.
Yeah, man of the match in the Champions League final. But was still told by Ancelotti that he was surplus to requirements. So it's like,
yeah,
what can you do? But then Man United signed him, and you thought he was going to kick on and be great. but nah, it just didn't happen. I'm trying to find how much they actually signed him for. Must have been, it was like £59.7 million.
Oh, fucking hell. Like, I know he is actually worth that money. But the problem is the way they fucking used him is like, are you stupid? And the thing is, if he actually was happy with his football, I don't think he would be complaining about Manchester too tough. If you're enjoying your football that much.
I mean, his missus called Manchester a shitter.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Like, simple as that. I think dance moves is the shoulder shake, Specs voice, and the peak elbow dance. Yes. Yes, it is. POV, like, Millwall's trajectory. There's that 20 from United. Yeah, there is. Like, there's that. United probably have the most, but I've thought of a lot from like Chelsea as well. But United have the most. Like you can make 3 starting 11s of Man United's flops. Speaking of number sevens that got their house robbed, did you guys speak on Sterling getting robbed? No, because it's not the typical GVO show today. But big up Sterling because he stood up to the robbers with a knife, and the robbers ran away. So fuck him.
Fair play.
Fuck him. Big up to Sterling, fam. United fans called him I called him an Argentinian twat. It was disgusting what they did, though. They hanged his shirt and shouted slurs. Man United fans, in it.
I remember seeing him in a game. It was after he got his house burgled, and I remember seeing him in a game in the FA Cup for United against Yeovil Town. And I was like, this guy, you'd think like a player of Di Maria's quality going to Yeovil Town, he's gonna ball out. That's what you would expect. Couldn't have been more out of his depth. It was just one of them games that just passed him by.
Stupid signing.
He had one good goal against Leicester where he looped it over Kasper Schmeichel. Since then, done.
Done out here. Done out here. Completely done out here, I have to say. Brother, I can't lie. The front three options are looking good because I've thought of a couple. I'm going to start with that because I can't really think of any other positions. I'm picking my second Chelsea pick alongside Lukaku, played in the same Chelsea team as him as well. This guy, again, a bit like Donny van de Beek, was in that Champions League team and had a complete nosedive of a career then, was the hero ball merchant, one of the biggest hero ball merchants I've ever seen, just hit the diagonals. Good at them, hit the diagonal passer for no fucking reason. Hakim Ziyech.
Do you know what? I completely forgot about Hakim Ziyech.
I think he was on a free, but it was still a flop. Like, he was a good player. Like, he was all right. But he did well in the World Cup, but like...
It's just the thing. He weren't bad, but he weren't great either.
No.
He just did. That's all I can really explain with Hakim Ziyech. I think after he left Ajax, I think his best years were behind him. Didn't really kick on at Chelsea. Had a couple of good moments. Obviously did well in the World Cup for Morocco and that, like you said, but just never really worked for him in London and ultimately ended up getting sold. I don't even know where he is now.
I ain't got a fucking clue. I think he might be in Saudi.
I mean, if it is anywhere, it is going to be Saudi.
Yeah. There were a lot of players Manchester United side in the past that flopped. Yeah, facts. Spurs have a lot of flops as well. I think Ante was the biggest Manchester United flop. And Januzaj, yeah, it's up there. I'm glad he left Manchester United and Joe Roberts. He says like you could again, Man United like make starting 11s. 2-star, one-dimensional for the Prem. Ziyech was facts. Yeah.
Ziyech is now playing back in his hometown or his home country.
Morocco.
Yeah, he plays for Wydad Casablanca.
Fair
play to him. I mean, if he's getting that money and setting his family up with generational wealth, fair play. But his football career's gone down the shitter. So, you know,
yeah,
pros and cons.
João Felix has to beat it. He's a flop. He is a flop. Alfie, who's your next pick?
I think I'm gonna finish up the front three, and it is going to be a left winger. To be fair, there's not really many. Well, I'd say there's not really many options, but you know, there's not really many big options in terms of flops in the front three.
You'd be surprised. I'll be real. You would
be surprised. Which is why I'm only going for the one. Signed back in the summer of 2021. No, actually, tell a lie. I'm not going to go with him. I'm going with another player that Liverpool signed. This was a player that was bought with the money they used to sell, that they sold Suarez for in the summer of 2014. Lazar Markovic.
Oh my God, yeah. Big flop.
£20 million from Benfica. Like I said, used with the Suarez money. Just didn't go well for him. Like, it was getting to a point where Jordan Ibe was getting picked over this guy in midfield. Raheem Sterling was obviously, yes, he was a main player in that Liverpool team, but obviously had his mind elsewhere, wanted to go to City and stuff like that. But Markovic just couldn't get in the team and was a flop.
Big flop. The Suarez money they did not use well at all. They did not use the Suarez money well. When people talk about the Bell money, the Suarez money was not good either. It wasn't. Yeah.
Arguably, I don't think Liverpool used the Torres money well either. Yes, I know they signed Suarez, but
at least they got Suarez. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like with Suarez, who did they get? Coutinho was already there.
No, Coutinho
Like,
signed two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was already there. So like, they just signed the Southampton guys. That was it. Workhorse, Andy Carroll, yep, those are flops as well. Yeah, good
You
shout.
do
Yeah,
this. The thing is, with Liverpool, you knew Southampton were washed the minute Liverpool stopped going to them for players. Like the minute Liverpool spent 75 M's on Van Dijk, they knew you guys ain't got no more good players. We're not coming to you for signings anymore. You man are washed.
No, yeah, that was like the Gabbiadini era and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Cuco Martino and them, man. Weird players.
Didn't you score a Travella against Arsenal?
That's the only thing. Yeah, that's literally the only thing he did. He went to Everton, I think, after that, and did fuck all. Nothing. He did fuck all. Who's your next pick? Well, actually, no, it's me next.
Pick, yeah.
So here's a front three pick that's niche. It's not niche because he's actually a big name, but people forget he went to this club. We were speaking about Van Gaal earlier. This guy, the reason why he flopped is because the manager that signed him left. He went on loan to his actual club that he signed him from, finished, won the playoffs, helped them win the playoffs, then went to this club, and then went back to this his original club again. Was always destined for a big move, never got his big move. But when he did have his big move for Manchester United, Van Gaal told him, you either play a striker or wing back because that's where I play my wingers. Wilfred Zaha at Manchester United.
I mean, I thought he'd be a flop at United because he shagged David Moyes' daughter, but
He didn't shag David Moyes.
You sure?
Bro, they just made that shit up. Even Emperor fucking done that dumb shit on live on TV.
To be fair, I actually could have said Evra as a flop.
Oh, Evra, what, for West Ham?
Yeah.
You could have, yeah. You actually could have.
I could have, because he barely played for West Ham. Like, you signed him from what, Juve?
No, he kicked the fan at Marseille.
And then, oh, Jesus.
He got released
Patrice.
and then we signed
Patrice,
him.
man. Patrice, man, we know you love this game, but you can't just be kicking fans in Marseille, kissing raw chickens and eating the grass at Old Trafford, and then go from all of that going on to be on a reality TV show that involves the sidemen. Like this guy has just had the most random career since leaving Man United.
He's nearly cancelled his career about 5 times. Fucking idiots. Did they loan Markovic to Hull or something? They did, yes.
Yeah.
Adrian has got one of those sloppy goalkeepers I've seen, especially at Liverpool. Samani Zaza was pretty much a flop as well when he was at West Ham. I don't know if you heard of him. Yeah, Zaza was big flop. Hi, Mike's. I can't say that word. Alfie smoking bad. Okay. Like, they don't know South Park me.
Okay.
Would you rate Zabaleta as a flop for West Ham? He was alright. He was just too old. But he wasn't that bad. We just needed better at the time. It wasn't terrible. Yeah. Who's your next pick?
I'm going with a centre-back because I haven't actually gone with a centre-back yet. I can't actually remember what season they signed him. I think it might have been 2014-15 or the season before. But the centre-back I'm going with, obviously you went with Fazio last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Vlad Kirikej.
Yeah. There's another one, yeah.
Again, like he was another one of them signings that was bought with the Bale money.
Yeah, he was, yeah. I'm also going with the centre-back. And I'm going to finish my Chelsea picks. similar era again. I think this is Todd Bowley's first season. And he lasted one season there. One season. He was like big at Napoli for time.
I know who you're going with.
They went to Saudi Arabia.
I know who you're going with.
Kalidou Koulibaly.
This guy had to ring up John Terry and ask for the number 26, bro.
And then did that. No wonder why Terry's racist.
What you think Naby Keita rang up Steven Gerrard and was like, yeah, can I get the number 8 at Liverpool? No.
No. Oh, that's actually a disgrace, though. Naby Keita wore the number 8. Oh, fucking hell.
Now Szoboszlai's wearing it.
What is wrong with them? Sad, stupid. What do you think of Jack Wilshere time at West Ham? Shit, mate. Best highlight was in the washing machine. No, Stambouli. No, yeah, Stambouli could have been picked. Alderweireld wouldn't have.
No, Alderweireld was actually good at Tottenham.
Alderweireld was really good at Tottenham, and he was good at Southampton.
Yeah.
I just came back from Rome on Friday. The gal are dead, and the people be rude, no manners. We British people are overly friendly. Really? So Italy is worse than England, yeah? Fuck,
I highly doubt that.
What, Rome? Maybe it's just Rome.
I highly doubt that because British people aren't friendly unless the sun's out. If the sun ain't out, you ain't getting a friendly British man. Simple as that.
No, but Italy, they must be bad. They must be bad if they're doing all of that. Who are you picking next?
I'm going to round up my centre-backs. And I'm going to go with the name that AJ mentioned.
Yeah.
To go alongside Vlad Kirikej in the centre-back positions in my team, I'm going with Shkodran Mustafi. I don't care whether this guy is a World Cup winner. For Arsenal, he was shit. He was shit. Like, I used to see this guy in the starting 11 on a week-to-week basis and panic. £35 million we signed Mustafi from Valencia for. Same summer, we signed Granit Xhaka from Mönchengladbach. Like, everyone was like, oh, yes, he's a World Cup winner, sick. We're going to have some leadership in the centre-back positions. No. We're rolling with a back three of Rob Holding, Mustafi, and Laurent Koscielny. No. That's why I'm so glad we've got Gabriel Saliba now. Because I know what we had.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mustafi for me.
Aiden Hazard at Real Madrid. Yeah, if we were doing like other leagues as well, be one of the first. No, trust me, they're rude and they are not friendly. It's like London, to be honest. How people are rude. Rest of the UK is calm and not in a rush. Yeah, to be fair, Jay Simpson from Birmingham, I think. Mangala for Man City was awful. Big money. Yeah, Alfie picked him.
I picked Mangala. Yeah,
picked Mangala in the first draft that we did earlier in the stream. Speaking of Man City centre backs that were left-footed, this is probably a name that you haven't heard in a while. Nastasic.
Not who I thought he was going for.
Who did you think I was going for? Because we picked our centre backs.
Dimichelis.
He was right-footed.
Oh, he was right-footed, fair. But he was still a shit centre back at City.
Oh, terrible! Yeah, the number Argentinian weirdo. Nastasic was like, he looked like an okay footballer, just like, but he wasn't great. So no, you gotta be great. I've fucked myself here because I haven't picked a range of positions. But
have you got a goalkeeper yet?
No.
Neither have I.
I've got 2 centre midfielders and a goalkeeper left.
Same.
Oh fuck.
Oh, we're gonna be fighting over flops now, Jesus.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna be fighting for the same positions, bro.
And I've got.
Fuck! I can't pick him. Fuck. Sorry, go on.
I've got 2 midfielders in mind. And the first one I'm going to go for, signed for this club in the summer of 2018 for £25 million, was linked with Barcelona just a year before, was signed by this team after they won the playoff final in 2018 against Aston Villa. Jean-Michel Seri.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. For Fulham.
Yeah. Nice to Fulham for 25 M's. And you know what
He
these
was
newly
good.
promoted teams are like. You know, Forest have done it, Luton have done it, Ipswich have done it. The teams that they just splash the cash on names and expect them to get them out of trouble, and it just didn't work. It really didn't work.
Uh, Now I can't pick Jay Spearing because he was in Liverpool's academy.
Still is in Liverpool's
So
academy.
yeah, I know, but he was in Liverpool's academy, so he's not a transfer flop. So you can't pick academy players because they're not transfer flops. But I can pick another midfielder Liverpool signed who was good at clubs below the tier of Liverpool, like Blackpool and Stoke. Scored a halfway line goal against Thibaut Courtois. But for some reason, Liverpool just signed random players like this. I get he had a good season at Blackpool, but I know Liverpool weren't that good either. But it just didn't make any sense. Charlie Adam,
You know what? Fair.
he didn't do well at Liverpool.
Didn't. Really didn't.
Had a strike on him though.
Yeah, he was decent. He was decent in terms of like striking, but he just never really found his feet at Liverpool,
Yeah,
and was just poor. I think they expected a lot more when they signed him after Blackpool went down. You kind of knew that he was going to be leaving anyway. He'd probably given as much as he could to Blackpool, but thought he was going to do a lot better than Liverpool than he did. Went to Stoke, famously scored that goal against Courtois. But apart from that, nah, just not it. Just not it.
Jadon Sancho. I was thinking of Sancho, but like I wanted to pick Zaha because people mentioned Sancho earlier, so I didn't want to. I'm trying not to pick people in the chat, guys. I did say this multiple times. Cracking pick. Seri was wanted by Barca, lost, and that was yeah. Barca were interested in Seri. Barca were fucking stupid. Brad Friedel was to be another top mention. Mike, he was shit. Brad Friedel was alright. Brad Friedel wasn't bad. I don't think Brad Friedel was a bad
He saved
keeper.
2 penalties in one game.
Yeah, Brad Friedel wasn't a bad keeper. He played for Villa, Blackburn, and Spurs, right? All three. He was decent at all
Liverpool,
three.
didn't he play for Liverpool as well?
Did he play for Liverpool? I don't remember him playing for Liverpool. Brad Friedel played for Liverpool.
I'm pretty sure he did.
He did, yeah. Oh yeah. This was time ago in the 2000s. I
Yeah, early
didn't watch him at
2000s.
Liverpool. That's in fucking 2000. I don't. Yeah, obviously I wasn't born. I wasn't born. So yeah, he did play for Liverpool. He did.
I am gonna go for a goalkeeper for my penultimate pick. I've still got one midfielder, so I've still got time to think about who I'm gonna pick in that midfield position.
Mm.
But because I can't think of many more goalkeepers apart from Renarsson and maybe another one, I'm clutching at straws with this one. But I did see that he had one good game at the start of his career, and then just dipped after that. Was dubbed the Blind Venetian by a certain newspaper. I'm not too sure what newspaper it is, but Manchester United fans of an older time will know exactly who I'm talking about when I mention the name Massimo Taibi.
Oh, yeah, the tracksuit bottoms.
Yeah, was signed on the 31st of August 1999 for £4.5 million from, I want to say, from Venezia. Played 4 games for United in terms of league appearances. Failed to claim a free kick against Liverpool and was shortly dropped. And yeah, I mean, as far as poor goalkeepers go, I think Taibi's one of the biggest.
That's fair. That's fair. Sway, you remember, Mike's Alfie, you drew against us on the weekend. Quite you guys winning the Prem. I work with a cover with the whole of Africans who support Arsenal, and it would flare skin me alive. Yeah, a draw would be a hindrance at home for sure. For sure. I'll go for Claudia Bravo. Claudia Bravo would have been another one as well. Got replaced quick, very quick.
Yeah.
Speaking of goalkeepers, I don't know how I've only picked one Manchester United player in this section of the draft. But I'm gonna go with a guy who's out on loan in Turkey, Andre Onana. undisputed flop.
I don't know how either of us went for him before.
I was trying not to go current.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julio says it was a flop as well. Who you got? Centre mid left.
Yeah, I got centre mid left. And I'm going with this guy. Again, he was signing, I believe he was signed in the same summer that Tottenham signed Ndombele. Was meant to be like the next creative Argentinian midfielder in that midfield for Spurs. Was meant to be like the successor in that midfield. Giovanni Lo Celso.
Oh, that's a great pick. Yeah. Another player in that
Giovanni
team
Lo
with
Celso.
Ndombele.
Yeah.
Yeah. Onana was terrible at Man United. My last pick, I'm going to go with a player outside of the Big Six. Generally one of the worst players to play for Crystal Palace that I've seen. I won the kid on FIFA. I don't know about real life. I wish he signed his girl to free, like in old FIFAs. Max Meyer.
Oh my god. That
By the
just
way,
unlocked.
I've not done one bit of Google this whole time.
That
Max
just
Meyer was terrible.
that just unlocked the biggest amount of nostalgia because I used to sign Max Meyer a lot.
Yep, so did I. So did I, bro. I've managed to not pick over the limit. So that's our team's done, yeah?
Yeah.
Regulon was a terrible pick as well. Yeah, I mean, a terrible player, sorry. Alfie, what's your team?
So in goal, we've got Massimo Taibbi. Back four of Sead Kolasinac, Vlad Kirikej, Shkodran Mustafi, and Glenn Johnson. A midfield three of Timue Bakayoko, Jean-Michel Seri, and Giovanni Lo Celso. On the left wing, who did I have?
I don't know.
I know I had Di Maria on the right wing,
Oh, Markovic.
Markovic on the left wing, and then up front, Adrian Mutu.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, you realise, to be fair, Renato Sanchez for Swansea was terrible. Yeah, he was awful. Any of you guys go to World Cup? Probably not. I'll be real.
I ain't got the fucking money to go to the World Cup. Are you mad?
Yeah, I ain't got money to be going to America. I ain't got money to be going to America.
I won't want to come back.
It's a draft. We're doing a draft. In goal for me, I've got Onana,
Oh no.
Debussy, Nastasic, Koulibaly, and Benjamin Mendy. Midfield, I've got Ndombele, Charlie Adam, and Maximilian Meyer. Up front, Ziyech, Lukaku, and Zaha.
Again,
Decent
I think your
teams.
team's better than mine.
Hey, when it comes to flops, man, everyone loses because they're all flops. So fuck them. But people, let us know who had the better teams out of the two times you're watching this on the playback as well, especially in the comments. But that was fun to do. I can't lie, that was fun to do. Run a couple drafts, look at the past, etc. That was good to do. Alfie think it's in the title, people. Alfie think it's in the title, people. Keep smashing the likes as always. I'm gonna see who's live right now.
Chic.
You like to think so. Is bro doing
He's usually live on a Monday.
He's usually live doing Mud Brothers. Is he live right now, fam? He's not. So we're gonna redirect to Zir. Zir is
Big
live.
up Zir.
Big up Zir. So say Mike's raid in the chat. America's crap, Alfie. I'm there every week. They're all fat and lazy. Fair enough. Mike's team on paper is a good team, but obviously flopped in the league. Yeah, I mean it's the same with well, they both flopped in the league, isn't it? That's the whole point. Some are better Miami, they are hot females. Fair enough. Big up Mike's, big up Elon. We're not live for my brother's there. Okay, all right, fair enough. Big up Hyper as well. Big up Hyper. All right. Say Mike's live. Mike's raid in Zir's live, people. Say Mike's raid in Zir's live. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Take care and peace.